the insertional inactivation. The term itself is made up of two words. The whole process, that is insertional, that means inserting something which causes inactivation. So this simple phenomenon is being utilized and it plays a very important role in screening of the transformed cells from the non-transformants. Okay, so what happens here? You can see a normal vector containing ampicillin resistant gene and tetracycline resistant gene. Both the resistant genes are present. So this normal vector molecule can grow in a medium containing ampicillin antibiotic as well as containing tetracycline antibiotic, because it can survive in both the mediums. Okay, so this is the normal vector molecule. Now what we have done, we have to introduce some marker, some kind of signal in that particular vector. What we have done, we have introduced something in the tetracycline resistant gene, for example. And what is that something? That something is the new DNA, that is the gene of interest. We are incorporating the gene of interest into this tetracycline resistant gene itself. See in this recombinant structure. Here the red portion, that is ampicillin resistant gene, is intact without any disturbance. It is flawless. It is regularly going without any cut. But here what we have done in the green segment, the tetracycline resistant gene has been interrupted by the introduction of the new DNA insert. Okay, this is the DNA of interest. We have inserted the DNA of interest in the resistant gene only. Now what will happen because of this? This recombinant molecule will not be having resistance to tetracycline now. Tetracycline is an antibiotic, you understand. Ampicillin, tetracycline, all these are antibiotics. Now the recombinant DNA, this one, will not have the resistance to tetracycline. So how will you differentiate? You have done this. Now what is the implications? How will you imply it on the genetic engineering technique? We have got all the bacteria present, all the host cells present. Now we have to make our selection that what are the transformed cells, which are the transformed cells and which are not the transformed cells. So we will allow these all cells to grow in a medium containing ampicillin and tetracycline and a medium containing only tetracycline. Okay, so what will happen? These cells, the normal vector molecule which do not have the DNA insert, will grow on both the mediums. One medium was containing ampicillin, another medium was containing tetracycline. They will grow on both the mediums. Whereas the recombinant one will not grow in tetracycline. Why? Because they are not resistant to tetracycline and will be killed by the antibiotic tetracycline. Okay, so the colonies which will appear only in ampicillin resistant medium, ampicillin containing medium, will be the transformed cells. Clear? So these cells, the non-transformed cells, will be growing on both the medium because they have resistant to both. But the transformed cells or the recombinant cells will be growing only in ampicillin because this resistance they have, and the other resistant is not available to them now because that has been interrupted by the DNA of interest. Clear? So this technique is very important as far as board is concerned. They are generally asking what is insertional inactivation. Mention any two screening methods. So you will write down about insertional inactivation because it is one of the most important and widely used technique for the selection of transformed cells from the non-transformants. Okay, moving further.